Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Chodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Khorab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today, I'll be coming out of a lesson, and it is on this article. And it says, why does the UK need the U.S. backing, or needs U.S. backing to send long-range missiles to Ukraine? And the reason why that is, is because neither one of these mountains in the earth, the UK or the US, the government, the powers, the powers in the earth, neither one of them want to be, truthfully spoken, neither one of them want to be guilty of starting World War III. So, it's that same old tired, dead Captain America, Boy Scouts, America is the symbol of freedom crap, that they've always been using in the earth, that guys that they've used to start wars and to destabilize and take resources. Because that's all this is about when it comes down to Ukraine. There's resources over there in Ukraine, and Babylon, America want it. And ain't no allegedly. That's the truth. It is what it is. We speak the words of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, so I'm pretty sure the words of my mouth, because I speak his words, are fire, and those who are contrary to it are like wood, and it's burning them up. And this truth is burning this devil up. He don't like what's being spoken. But nonetheless, this is the reason why you have hesitation on both Babylon, America, and the mother of the harlot, Babylon, America, which is the UK, because they don't want to be looked at as starting World War III. But nonetheless, it is going to happen. But I'm gonna read most of this article, because some of it get a little word salady and it's kind of just useless. But I'm gonna get to the points. So without further ado, let's get right into it. It says, no matter how much Ukraine asks for help from the UK, reports suggest Downing Street will only allow Kiev to use its long-range missiles once it has the U.S. support. So it's basically like, the UK like, what I'm saying, I do it when you do it, basically. Because they don't want to be looked at as one who started this war, and they don't want to be the ones who they don't want to be the potential catalyst for this war to potentially go international. But without further ado, let's continue. It says, though the weapons could end up being a pivotal moment in Ukraine's conflict with Russia, here's why the UK cannot act without the US, and why the White House is being so hesitant. And why the White House is being so hesitant, because Russia once said some time ago, and it changed its nuclear doctrine a couple of times, to say that if it's attacked in any way, form, or fashion from the West in any way, it's going to go nuclear. And that's why the U.S. is hesitant. That's why they've been over there trying to goad Russia with Ukraine. Ukraine is just the monkey in the middle. It's really a conflict between Babylon and Russia. Babylon, America, and Russia. That's really the real conflict. But you have all this stuff that the devil used: smoke screens, deflection, proxy, and all that other stuff. Let's continue though. It says, why does Ukraine want long-range missiles? It says Ukraine has been pleading for the West's permission to use long-range missiles to strike beyond Slovakia, Russian borders for some time. It's talking about that right there. I'm gonna skip over that, but I hit it. You know what I'm saying? This is known as Storm Shadow cruise missile. It's the UK version of a hypersonic missile, but it doesn't quite fly at the speed of sound. It kind of flies close to it, but not at the speed of sound or faster. And of course, it says the U.S. has some long-range missiles too, which is the American ATACMS. That's what I call them, but it's really the American Army Tactical Missile Systems. That's what it's really is, what it is. ATAC missile systems, if that's what you want to call it. Which have a superior range of 86 miles. It says the Ukraine does actually have some access to a few long-range missiles already, but it says the problem is that the U.S. Has refused to allow Kiev to fire these missiles into Russian territory. So it says Kiev's Western allies. Kiev's Western allies, so like it only allow Ukraine to use the weapons to fire at targets within its own borders as a form of defense rather than offense. Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense for Ukraine to go on offense, because if Ukraine goes on offense, it's going to be clearly seen that it's a direct conflict with Russia. And this is why you have the hesitation. It says that the Ukraine has used the weapons effectively to hit Crimea, the peninsula occupied by Russia since 2014, which made it difficult for Putin's troops to stay there. It says, but as Kiev has hit a wall when it comes to driving Russian troops out of the 18% of Ukrainian land they continue to occupy, it recently pivoted to a new strategy, occupying a part of Russia. I mean, if you really look up what's really going on, it's more than 18%. Russia been they say, running through it like a Mack truck, but it's all strategic. That's why you have all this was going on. Because, anyways, let's continue. Let's see. Let's go past this right here. Let's get to this. There we go. This is a picture of the Storm Shadow cruise missile on display in Paris, and I guess at an air show back in 2019 or June 2023. I mean, to June 19th of June, 2023. But let's continue. It says, why does the UK need the US to allow Ukraine to have it? The UK has already indicated that it's considering a shift on its stance on long-range missiles, but it all rests on the US. And that shift is probably like, nah, we ain't even gonna do it. But that's just, could be allegations. It could be alleged. It could be what it is. They could be pushing for a more aggressive strategy, or it could be a retreat. You don't know. Let's continue. It says the Times has been told the UK will not go alone in providing these weapons to Ukraine because the American guidance systems are crucial to making sure that the missiles hit intended targets such as airfields and oil depots or departments, however you want to say it. It says Foreign Secretary David Lammy did not say this specifically, but he told the BBC, BBC World News, that it was important to have a shared strategy among Ukraine's allies. Yeah. It says, why is the U.S. being hesitant? It says Biden and Starmer met in Washington last week, but did not announce any new plans to issue long-range missiles because they ain't trying to be looked at as those who started this war, because they're guilty already. But Babylon America's been pushing for a war, but the Lord gonna let them have it. Except for it's not going to be. But let's continue. The Lord gonna let Esau have what he's looking for, and the Lord gonna make sure that Esau is the one guilty and looked at as the one who started it. Let's continue. These Babylonian Edomites. It says the U.S. is particularly worried about escalating the Ukraine, Russia. It's saying war, but it's really we'll say proxy war. into an international conflict or a nuclear battle. So this is why they're hesitating, because Putin already said he gonna bring the smoke if anything happens. So if they give Ukraine permission to use those long range missiles, that puts Babylon America in direct conflict with Russia. And which Russia has already said, their leader, their president has already said, if anything of the West gets in any way, form, or fashion, like an attack, it's gonna be war. And see, they know that. That's why you got the hesitation and the hesitant in the mix. I got one scripture. This is Obadiah, verse 7, because it's one chapter. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. So all the men of the confederacy of Esau, of Edom, have turned against him, or will turn against him. And once these other nations see that, when it come time for, when they see, they're already seeing, I should say, but once they see Esau really falling, they're gonna help him. They're gonna help push him down. That's what it means by the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So those that were at peace with Esau have deceived this devil, have played, or we'll say perpetrated the fraud. They're gonna help Esau understand his place in the bigger picture. When they see him going down, they're gonna help him fall. They're not gonna try to rescue. They're not gonna try to keep him standing, because they see this devil for who he really is and what he's really about. So the allies of Edom is going to turn. Even the UK, they're going to help make sure that Esau goes down. Those that are seemingly at peace with him, guess what? It's going to get to a point to where they're going to be like, they're going to start licking their chops, rubbing their hands together, plotting against this devil. These devils going to be plotting against themselves. And not only is it going to plot, they're going to plot to deal with Esau harshly. And guess what? They're going to prevail in that. They're going to prevail. I mean, they're going to get the better of this devil. And it says, they that eat thy bread, those that have done business with this place, those that have traded goods, resources, even accompanied and or allied themselves with this place to destroy other places, even those have laid a wound unto this place. They have dropped the dollar. That's a wound unto this place. Exposing this devil for what he really about. Calling out the things that he is doing. That's a wound unto this place. And it says, again, they that eat that bread have laid a wound under this place, and there is none understanding. So it's going to get to a point where these other nations and how things are going, once they see this devil trap himself, guess what? They're going to make sure that he stays in that trap. They're going to make sure that that this devil is taken down. So yeah, we'll just, okay, 14 minutes. Let me see. Is it another? You know what? Verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How is hid things sought up? And how that is through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai. The Lord has watchmen. The Lord is exposing this devil, uncovering his secrets. And then he's putting it on brothers to bring out lessons and to do these epistles. So yeah. And with that, Shalom.